State pension changes revealed. New rates and dates start on the 23rd of June. A seismic shift is on the horizon for every UK pensioner, and it all starts on the 23rd of June, 2025. If you're living on the state pension, this is not something you can afford to ignore. The Department for Work and Pensions has officially announced a complete overhaul of both the state pension rates and the payment schedule, affecting more than 12 million pensioners across England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. These aren't cosmetic tweaks. They're real changes that will directly affect how much you're paid, when you receive it, and whether or not you're entitled to top-ups like pension credit. Let's begin with the new rates, because for many pensioners, this is the one thing that makes or breaks a budget. The full new state pension will rise to £221.20 per week. That equates to just over £11,500 per year. For those receiving the basic state pension, the maximum full rate will increase to £169.50 per week, roughly £8,800 per year. These changes reflect the application of the triple lock, a guarantee that pensions will rise each year by the highest of either inflation, average earnings growth, or 2.5%. In this case, it's earnings growth that's driven the increase, with wages having risen sharply across 2024. But while the new figures may look generous on paper, the reality for many pensioners is far more nuanced. The Office for National Statistics has confirmed that food inflation, energy bills, and housing costs are still biting hard. Even with this increase, many retirees are no better off in real terms than they were 2 years ago. This is especially true for single pensioners who rent privately or live in areas with higher council tax bands. Which brings us to the second major change, the payment schedule. Starting from Monday the 23rd of June, the DWP is introducing a staggered payment system based on your national insurance number. This means no more uniform paydays and no more delays caused by system overloads. Here's how the new pension payment schedule will function under the updated system. If your national insurance number ends in digits from 0 to 19, your pension payment will be deposited every Monday. For those with numbers ending between 20 and 39, Tuesday will become your designated payday. If your number ends in the range of 40 to 59, you can expect to receive your pension on Wednesdays. Recipients with national insurance numbers ending in 60 to 79 will be paid on Thursdays. Finally, if your number concludes with digits from 80 to 99, your payment will arrive on Fridays. This staggered rollout is not just a matter of convenience, it's a calculated move designed to ease administrative burdens across government systems and reduce the chances of disruption. One of the key motivations for this shift is to prevent the kinds of delays and missed payments that were frequently reported throughout 2023. Those issues placed immense pressure on the DWP and left many pensioners anxious and without timely access to their income. By distributing payments more evenly throughout the working week, the government hopes to relieve pressure on banking systems, speed up error resolution, and enhance accuracy in processing. It also allows frontline support services, such as care providers and local authorities, to plan more effectively around pensioner income, ensuring smoother delivery of essential services. But let's address a problem that's being widely overlooked: pension credit eligibility. With all the focus on the main state pension increases, hundreds of thousands of low-income pensioners are still missing out on top-up support that could add over £3,000 per year to their income. The minimum income guarantee has now risen to £201.05 per week for single people and £306.85 for couples. If your income falls below this, even after your state pension is added in, you could be entitled to this extra help. The issue is awareness. Far too many people assume they're not eligible because they own a home or because they have a small amount of savings. In reality, You can have up to £10,000 in savings before it even starts to reduce your entitlement. And then there's the silent issue affecting tens of thousands deferrals and underpayments. Many pensioners who deferred their pensions years ago are still not being paid the correct increased amounts. In some cases, individuals are owed thousands of pounds in arrears. Meanwhile, married women, especially those who retired before 2016, are still discovering that they were underpaid due to administrative oversight. The DWP claims to be reviewing affected cases, but progress has been painfully slow. If you think you might have been underpaid, it's your right to ask for a full review. Don't wait to be contacted. There's also the issue of bank account changes. With the phasing out of post office card accounts, all pensioners must now receive payments into a personal bank account or use the payment exception service. If you haven't switched over yet, do it now. From November 2025, the old system will be shut down permanently. Missing this deadline could result in your pension being suspended, even if you're fully entitled to it. What does this all add up to? A more digitized, systematized state pension system, one that's meant to work better, but requires pensioners to be far more informed, proactive, and digitally literate than ever before. If you're not comfortable navigating the gov.uk website or deciphering a DWP letter full of codes and dates, you could be at risk of missing out on payments, increases, or entitlements. And let's be honest, this comes at a time when the government is under immense fiscal pressure. HMRC is already ramping up scrutiny of pensioners with modest savings. The DWP is under orders to tighten eligibility checks. And many local authorities are struggling to deliver social care and housing support to the elderly. The margins are shrinking and the burden is shifting. But that's exactly why it's so important to understand what's changing and why. The state pension isn't a handout. It's something you earned through decades of work, taxes, and national insurance. So when the government changes the rules or moves the goalposts, they owe you clarity, fairness, and transparency. It's crucial that you take time to check your national insurance record thoroughly. If you discover any gaps in your contribution history, you may still have the opportunity to fill them involuntarily. Doing so could significantly increase your state pension entitlement, potentially adding hundreds or even thousands of pounds to your annual income. Too many people miss out simply because they're unaware that these gaps exist or that they can still be corrected. You should also make sure to verify your exact payment date under the newly updated schedule. The day your pension arrives now depends on the final 2 digits of your national insurance number, so it's vital to confirm when you're due to be paid. If anything seems out of order, whether it's a missed deposit, a lower than expected amount, or an unexplained delay, you must report it immediately. Don't assume the system got it right, because errors do happen. And if you're uncertain about whether you qualify for extra support, such as a pension top-up, don't stay silent. Use the official pension credit calculator to check your eligibility. Contact Age UK or Citizens Advice for free, trusted guidance. These organizations are there to help you fight through the complexity and claim what's rightfully yours. The truth is, government systems can be confusing, and they often deter people from following up or appealing decisions. But your retirement income is too important to ignore. Because here's the reality: understanding these changes, checking your records, and asking the right questions could be the difference between barely making ends meet and living your retirement years with the dignity and peace of mind you deserve.